In today's episode, why I'm on paid leave over a $5 flash drive, with nothing of value on it, getting smashed. Backups are a good thing, right? Right. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Why I'm on paid leave over a $5 flash drive, with nothing of value on it, getting smashed. Some back information. I work for a corporation and/or institution where users handle enough information to be able to commit at least 2 to 3 felonies for every little query they touch, which isn't that hard to imagine. As such, they have a lot of policies that seem like extreme overkill, but on some level I agree with the attempt. The actual application of the rules I think borders on insanity, but the attempts aren't all complete failures. So some info you need to know: there's an internal USB connector inside the case. All the external USB ports have physical blocks super glued in. This is another story I've already posted. So, Friday morning 8 a.m. I'm sitting around waiting for a ticket / something to do. I get a call in that a computer can't log in. There's no ticket because, well, they can't log in to start a ticket. Entirely understandable. The computer is network login, so there's 1,000 different things it can be. Heck, it could just be unplugged and not turning on. Y'all know how users can be. I head up to their cubicle and start checking. Everything is plugged in, the computer turns on, and there's no internet. I switch her network cord with her neighbor's to check the cord / everything upstream. Her neighbor's computer connects with her jack. I log into the local admin account, and there's no internet connection or network connection at all. Check device manager, and there's the problem. The driver for the onboard network got corrupted or something, can't roll it back either. Great, this means I need authorization from cybersecurity to use a flash drive, and then I'll need to tear the computer apart to get to a USB port that is hidden inside the case that isn't superglued. Now the key for the case requires my supervisor to sign off on it and give me the key for the case lock. As well, I have to write up the ticket and put it into the system. I run down to the Bat Cave and download the driver for her computer and email it to my boss, with a note to stick it on a thumb drive. And then walk to his desk. Hey boss, I emailed you a network driver I need on a thumb drive. I also need you to submit my authorization form to Cyber SEC for the use of a portable storage device. Yes, that really is 2 forms. So we sent the form off to cybersecurity to authorize. Request for USB storage device usage. Time estimated on the work, 15 minutes. Reason: copying network drivers to get the computer back on the network. Half an hour later, no response. Head of IT calls down to cybersecurity to get an ETA. 10 minutes later, the request comes back as denied. Reason: just email the file. So we got the biggest idiot ever reviewing the request. She has a tendency to just completely drop the ball. Before they took the job in cybersecurity, she had neither experience in cybersecurity nor any basic understanding of IT. But it's okay, she can haphazardly enforce rules she doesn't understand, and she spends her day helping idiots reset their passwords using the password reset tool. So my boss has to call her and explain the situation. After 5 minutes on the phone, he has to go upstairs to the boss of cybersecurity and explain why she's an idiot today. Half an hour later, the approval comes from cybersecurity, comes into my email, and my boss texts me to grab the form from him, and his spare keys and USB drive. So now I have both authorization forms, and I return to the woman's desk. She left a note for me that she's making a Starbucks run and will be back. So I power down her computer and turn it on its side so I can get it open to plug the USB in. I'm standing there fiddling with the flash drive, and someone yanks it out of my hand, tosses it to the floor, and he starts stomping on it. What the hell are you doing? USB devices are banned, he replied. Whoa. First of all, I have an authorization form from cybersecurity. Second of all, that's company property, and third of all, you just destroyed evidence, I tell the idiot. So I call my boss and he's still in cybersecurity's office, or water cooler / break room, as I explain what went down. Cybersecurity overhears this exchange. Cybersecurity decides to open a file on mishandling of suspect data, aka smashing evidence. Around about 11 a.m. my boss comes back to the user's desk with a different flash drive, and the drivers for the network adapter, and another stack of new forms for him to do the work. I spent an hour with cybersecurity filing out paperwork about the destruction of a $5 flash drive, giving my statement on the data mishandling, and my statement responding to the accusation of using a USB storage device. So it took 3 hours and 15 minutes of 2 techs' time, including the head of IT, to reinstall a network driver. And now they have to pay a data recovery specialist God only knows how much to try to recover nothing of any value on a $5 flash drive, to prove there was nothing malicious on it. Oh, and I'm on paid leave because they don't know for certain what's on the flash drive. Cybersecurity told me that as long as data recovery finds what I said is on it, or can't find anything, that I'm in the clear. If the drive hadn't been smashed, cybersecurity would have just looked at the USB drive and looked at what is on the drive. Should have taken like 8 seconds to do. Instead, I can collect paychecks until the data recovery experts take a few cracks at the USB drive. But the good news is that I got to go home early on a Friday. Also, I get a long weekend. Maybe I'll binge watch Stargate. Backups are a good thing, right? Right. Hey there friends, long-time lurker, first-time poster here. Since I'm a chemist, this is most likely going to be my only TFTS post. This all happened nearly 10 years ago. Fresh out of college, I was working at an environmental chem firm for the volatiles department. Since we were testing for things that are normally gases, we had a few special things about our department. Namely, our own room with overpressure. What that meant for us was that 30-ish instruments running 24/7 are loud, and you get used to a certain level of background noise. Our tech guy, Corey, name changed, was honestly great. Low ticket times, and he would be more than happy to explain a few things while he worked. He also religiously backed up our data. I don't remember if it was weekly or monthly, just that the backup happened Friday at midnight. On to the tale. Being out of college, I was fine working a Tuesday through Saturday morning shift. One fateful Saturday I came in and remember thinking, kinda quiet. Maybe everyone's stuff got done early. It wasn't supposed to happen, but if it's a slow day you can't help it. So I get started with the process. Print out last night's data, check the instruments. Except, instrument 1 is stopped. No errors, just sitting there silently. Okay, this happens sometimes. Maybe the robotic arm got out of alignment or something. I pick up the very light pile of data and look where it stopped. Last run injected at 11:55 p.m. Check instrument 2. It's also stopped. Chances of both instruments stopping? Low. Not 0, but less than 10%. Then it hits me. The silence is now much more ominous. Start checking the nearest instruments. Stopped. All of them. Entire department stopped with the last injections between 11:45 and midnight. Aha. A clue. But first, let's test. Start instrument, run blank. Error, method no longer exists or has moved. Stare at screen. Stare. Shove down bubbling panic, try a different method, I have 3 I can use. Same error message. Okay, this is obviously a department-wide issue as the same error is on all the machines. Time to call in IT. I really can't blame Corey for not answering the phone at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Leave a message, all instruments down, call back immediately please. I take 15 minutes to do some data work, then call back. Nothing. Same message. Repeat 5 minutes later, getting more nervous as there isn't anything I can get done. Realize I have to kick this one up the chain. Sorry Corey, 3 calls in a half hour from the company phone line should have been a clue. Call my boss. No answer, leave a message. Wait 5. Call boss's boss. No answer, leave a message. Wait 5 minutes. Nothing. At this point, I'm glad I didn't eat breakfast. Because having worked here less than 6 months, I now need to call and wake the lab director up on a Saturday. Make the call, he answers immediately and doesn't sound drowsy. Fill him in, he reassures me he will handle it. Half hour later, Corey pops his head in and asks what instruments need started first. I let him know, and within 10 minutes I'm back at work. Aftermath. Once I got caught up and saw Corey wasn't busy, I asked him what happened, just in case it happened again. Apparently when setting up the backup, there is a checkbox asking about saving the methods. Instead of save them and leave originals, he clicked transfer to backup. Quick edit to put a more likely box option as I have forgotten the original dialog. The backup transferred everything, and he forgot to mark the method files as an exception. 1 missed checkbox. At 15 minutes per sample on the instrument, the timing of everything stopping made sense. It finished the run, then couldn't find the method to do the next one. The good news was it was the weekend, so nothing ended up being late, and there weren't any more issues with backups as far as I can remember.